All right, so you kind of went into the STO securitized token offering area, and this is what excites me, especially how it relates to commercial real estate. Um, what exactly? So, the folks that are offering a token, the sponsors, they're offering a security. What are the benefits to the sponsor that want to go that route, or whether it's now or in the future? What are the benefits to going that versus the traditional type of security offering?
Absolutely, that's a great question. So because you have a system which is now liquid, so real estate investments are now liquid. Um, you're basically there's no more illiquidity premium. So today, um, because you're investing, over a 5 to 10 year period where you're going to be locked up in the investment. As an investor, you're requiring a lower valuation or higher returns, and that gap is called the illiquidity premium. So by making real estate investments liquid, real estate developers will capture more value and see higher valuations for their assets, and it's win-win because on the other hand, average Joe investors like me can participate in deals that we wouldn't have had access to. So it's really a win-win situation.
So is that valuation because you have a greater pool of investors that can now participate? So like a private equity versus a public equity, like something on the stock market. So are you suggesting that because of it's more liquid, it acts very similar but not equal to a public security, that you're effectively able to get better returns on the sponsor side because you have a greater pool of investors. Anytime you have a greater pool of investors, the returns for the end investor may end up pushing down and therefore increasing the overall project's profitability.
That's absolutely correct. And so there are two ways in which you could go forward. And to continue that analogy with public markets, so you can choose to have your own internal OTC marketplace with your investors that have participated in the primary offering. Well, they can trade amongst themselves with something like the DigiShares, a bulletin board module that we provide, or you can decide to plug into a digital NASDAQ, let's call them, which are the new exchanges or alternative trading systems that are being set up.
Would this be like a Coinbase?
So Coinbase currently they only have a cryptocurrency exchange,
Or
but
say like an OpenSea?
I'm not familiar with OpenSea, but the current examples are T0 and INX,
Okay, yeah.
for example.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
it is just like a Coinbase, but for security tokens. And actually, Coinbase is probably going to join the party soon.
Mhm.
So that is correct.
Yeah, so you're just open. It's a platform to where you can now trade these tokens, which really are just a representation of the actual asset, or at least your interest in the asset, where you can trade them freely and easily, as opposed to now you gotta. I mean, it's a liquid. You got to find someone that's willing to buy it, and there's not really a
Yes.
market for that. At least it's very inefficient.